Hello friends, we are continuing our discussion of part test 6 for repeaters. Alright, look at question number 5.9. 5.9, we are given the structure and we are having 3 nitrogen. Obviously they are having lone pair of electrons. So one is named Y and one is named X and one is named Z. We have to compare their basic strength. So look at the Z first. In Z, the lone pair of electron over nitrogen. Alright, this is in conjugation with this carbonyl group as well as this carbonyl group. Alright, so this LP is not readily available on this nitrogen atom. Therefore, it is very less basic. Alright, this nitrogen is very less basic. Means for protonation, we don't have LP over this nitrogen. Alright. Now look at this nitrogen, this LP. This LP is in conjugation with this double bond, LP sigma double bond. Alright. So again the availability of LP is less over this nitrogen, but it is more than the Z. Alright. And this look at this Y. Look at this nitrogen. Alright. This LP. Now if this electron pair moves in this direction, it acquires a negative charge and positive charge over this carbon atom. And now if this H positive attacks on this nitrogen, it is converted to NH2. Alright, we have a positive charge over this carbon. Now look at this positive charge. This is in conjugation with this LP, so it is easily filled by this lone pair of electron. That is why this Y is most basic. Means it has no hesitation to accept H positive. Means it is readily available, and H positive will readily attack this nitrogen and it is stabilized like this. So Y, X and then Z. Alright, this is the order of basic strength. Now question number 6.0. Carbene. Carbene is an intermediate and carbene is of two types. Carbene is of two types. One is singlet carbene. One is singlet carbene and one is triplet carbene. Here the question is, in question number 6.0, the question is regarding triplet carbene. In singlet carbene, what happens? In singlet carbene, it is sp2 hybridized and both the electrons are present in one orbital, and that is anti-clockwise. This is sp2, it is V-shaped. Alright, it is V-shaped. I'm talking about singlet carbene. V-shaped and it is diamagnetic. Whereas triplet carbene is like this. It is sp hybridized, it is linear, it is paramagnetic, and both the electrons are present in different orbitals and have same spin like this. Alright, so these are the things, so you must remember this thing, carbene. Question number 61. C3H5O does not give a precipitate with 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine and does not react with metallic sodium. Alright, it would be, first thing, if it does not react with 2,4-DNP, 2,4-DNP test is for carbonyl compounds. So if it does not give any precipitate, that means we can say there is carbonyl group is absent, and then it does not react with sodium. So sodium actually reacts with the compounds having active hydrogen. Active hydrogen is that hydrogen which is bonded to any electronegative atom or group like alcohol. What it will produce? RONA plus half of hydrogen. Alright, so the second point, it indicates that since it does not react with sodium, that means we can be sure that in this compound we don't have OH group. Alright, so now if you look at the option 61, in the first we have aldehyde group, in the second we have alcoholic group, in the third we have ketonic group, in the fourth we don't have both carbonyl group and alcoholic group. So the correct answer is fourth option. Look at question number 6.2. Choose the correct statement. regarding inductive effect, I effect, the best option is fourth one. I effect create partial charges, and it is distance dependent, means after 3 carbon atom it does not work, or it after 3 carbon atom it dies down. Alright, so fourth option is most correct, and due to inductive effect partial charges are produced. So all these things you must remember. Question number 63. The correct answer of 62 is fourth option. 63, which has most acidic hydrogen. The point is uh, any compound which shows acidic behavior, for that compound you must remember that after the donation of H positive, the species formed should be highly stable, so that it does not take back that H positive which is donated from the compound. So if you look at this aspect, see, look at this structure, that the fourth one, this is the fourth structure. After the donation of H positive, we get this kind of negative ion. This negative ion having LP is in conjugation, and it has extended conjugation. See, LP sigma pi sigma pi. So see, when this this extension, all right, a positive charge is produced, pi electrons move in this direction, and then this. Whereas look at we get this structure. Alright, so it is highly stabilized due to resonance, or most highly stabilized due to resonance. If you look at any other case, you won't find this kind of extended conjugation. Alright, you will find extended conjugation in this case. Here we have conjugation, but it is not extended conjugation. LP sigma, no, we don't have conjugation. LP sigma sigma, LP sigma sigma, we don't have conjugation here. Here also we don't have LP sigma sigma, we don't have conjugate system. Conjugate system is present in fourth system only. Alright, that is why it is most acidic. Question number 64, we are given some structures again, and these are resonating structures, and we have to compare their stability. Alright, canonical structure or resonating structures. So to decide the stability of resonating structures or canonical structures, there are many statements. The first statement is if the species is neutral, if we don't have any charge, that is the most stable one. Second is any polar structure having negative charge over electronegative, but before that first thing, thus after no charge, the second point is if we have a structure having greater number of covalent bond, that is most stable in a polar structure. Next, in a polar structure, if we have negative charge over electronegative atom and positive charge over electropositive atom, and their octets are complete, then that structure is more stable, like that. So there are many statements. Now look at these structures. And the last, the Z structure, which is most stable. Why it is most stable? See, in this structure we have a positive charge over electronegative atom, but its octet is complete, one thing. And if you look at the number of bonds here, because after nitrogen it is constant, so before nitrogen let us count the number of covalent bonds: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. All right, now look at this structure. This is more stable than this one, means Z is most stable. Then we are saying this one, that is it is Z, and then it is X structure, CH2 negative. All right, then X structure. Now if you compare X and Z, what is the difference? We have negative charge over electropositive atom, that is all right, no problem, because octet is complete, its octet is complete. Octet of this carbon having negative charge is complete, so no problem. All right, then the next point is number of covalent bond: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. We have only 7 carbon atoms, 7 covalent bonds. So obviously out of Z and X we can say Z is more stable. Now let us compare X and Y. This is X structure, this is Z, and this is Y. Now in Y structure, the problem is, look at this carbon atom. This is negatively charged and it has expanded octet. It has expanded octet. So it is these kind of structures are considerably less stable because it has expanded octet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 electrons are there. Point is clear. So that is why this structure is least stable. Okay. So this one is more stable. Alright, because we have all the atoms with the complete octet, okay, and we have greater number of covalent bonds. Here the problem is all the atoms are having in a complete octet, but in X structure the problem is we have less number of covalent bond as compared to Z. And here the problem is carbon is having expanded octet, 10 electrons. So this is the structure is least stable. All right. Now look at question number 65. Question number 65, which has longest CO bond, means this bond is longest. So greater the extended conjugation. Look at this structure. We have extended conjugation. All right, this one. This one has extended conjugation, that is why it is highly stable. Alright, whereas in this case we have conjugation but not extended conjugation. Here also means 1 and 3 structures are equally stable like this. Alright, here we don't have conjugation at all. So second more stable, then 1 and 3 are equally stable. Least stable is fourth one. Aniline produces Schiff's base or anols. Aniline with the carbonyl compounds. Aniline with carbonyl compounds. This product is called anols or Schiff's base. 66, third option. 65, second option is correct. 67, which has smallest pKa value, means which is most acidic. It is benzene sulfonic acid, then benzoic acid, then phenol, and then aniline. Alright, this is the order. Okay, so correct answer is third option. Then 68, we are given one compound having benzene ring, ethyl group, and nitro group. It is treated with Br2 and Fe. Now Br2 and Fe, this combination produces electrophile, and once electrophile is produced, it is the reaction of benzene ring, because benzene ring shows electrophilic substitution. Now where it will go, where this Br positive will go in the benzene ring, it is decided by the groups attached. This group, ethyl group, has plus MF, this is OP director, and NO2 group is meta director. In such cases, the incoming electrophile, that is Br positive, will go to para position with respect to OP director. But if para position is occupied, in that case it will go to ortho position with respect to OP director. So Br at ortho position. Second case, in the presence of UV light, Br free radical is reduced. Free radical reaction is of alkanes. Alkanes show free radical substitution. And out of so we have now two we have these two carbon atoms. Alright, so there is a possibility of substitution here or here, but if you look at this free radical which is produced during the mechanism, this is in conjugation. So see, this is highly stabilized. This is highly stabilized like this. So that is why out of this one, and if you look at this structure, CH2 and CH2 like this, here we have a conjugate system, that is why it is highly stable. So out of these two, obviously this is more stable. Secondary free radical is more stable. Alright, so the correct answer is Br free radical will go to this carbon atom. Okay, now look at question number 69. Question number 69 says 69, which of the following compound has highest dipole moment? So if you look at the third structure, in third structure, if this pi bonded electron pair moves to this direction, this becomes negatively charged and this carbon atom becomes positively charged. So if you look at these two parts individually, you will find that both are aromatic. That means this double bond will always lie like this, means we will be having negative charge and positive charge in this ring and in this ring. That means it becomes highly polar. Due to these charges, it becomes highly polar. All right. Thank you.